Alrighty. So, let's go back to the graveyard.
Yes.
Give Arya a break from her social awkwardness.
Thank you.
Alright,
Sorry, it was requested in chat.
going out, jam. There you go. Love a good lamb kebab. There, he knows exactly what we're talking about. Alright, so, actually, I don't want to go here. I want to go here. Back to this one for now. Little Shapor Jr., thank you for the follow. Alright. So, those of you that are burning corpses, what do you wish to do?
Ah, yes.
Piper,
Yes.
I think we need to stake out the graveyard tonight.
I think it's a good idea.
So
Whatever it was, he's probably going to want to come investigate this fire.
Or something, yeah.
Hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna go back to the graveyard.
Okay. You did that just because I just was on that map and now you...
No, I actually thought of doing that.
That's alright, I'm messing with you. Alright, back to the graveyard. Here you are. Okay.
So... So the fire is essentially this way, right? The bonfire?
Yes.
So if I sit down, I can lean against this tomb, I would be able to see, and that would be kind of unseen-ish, right? Because it's kind of dark. And
Yep. And
So
anyone coming from the fire area looking, you've got all that light around you looking into the dark would actually make it a little harder to see you.
Okay, so I'm going to just do that. And
Okay. And what about Piper?
Alrighty. Can I sit beside him? Can I fit beside him?
Yeah, if he moves his big
Squish
grim
over,
butt
Bess.
over.
Move.
Oh, you're getting all snuggly there.
We are.
Alrighty.
Just put an arm around
The
Piper.
number of times I want to play Little Radovan and can't anymore.
Best dude, you smell.
I think we both smell.
Veslar
my dear.
the unclean.
Ooh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, you guys.
Okay, not just you.
Yeah, you guys pretty much reek.
We'll reek together. How's that?
Veslar,
Like old
you reek a
times.
little more because you've been dragging bloated, rotting, festering corpses around.
Dual Reekage.
Plus, you're
It's
a
like
god,
a
so
band
you always
name.
smell worse.
Yeah, that's our new band, Dual Reekage.
Dual reekage. There you go.
Dual reekage, yes.
Must be a metal band.
So
Totally is.
I'm just gonna say, after a moment of silence happens, your sister, man. I don't know.
Arya is very talented.
That's a given, but she drives me crazy.
Well,
Thank God. Thank Peeler you're here with me.
And
She's a
we
little
have a
different.
donation from Ruby Hara. Thank you for that
Ruby,
donation.
thank you, buddy.
And we will thank you properly at the next break.
I'm so soothing.
I know, right?
The soothing sounds of Dungeon Master.
That was actually really radio.
I've done a little bit of that in my time.
She is very talented.
Okay, so you're having a awkward
Grab the
discussion.
heart, man, about
An
Arya.
awkward
Yeah,
discussion
okay.
about Arya.
Yeah. I know she can be difficult sometimes, but she's my sister and I love her.
Fine. I can't say I love her myself, but
Well, you don't have to.
All right, you love her for both of us. How's that sound?
Deal.
All right. The hell are we gonna do here?
Well, I'm worried that there's more than 3 corpses wandering. Well, 2 now. I think we need to investigate the town some more. For sure. Maybe we can do that in the morning.
So corner them in their houses. That didn't go over too well tonight.
Well, you're not the best at getting
All right.
information out of
I
people.
don't need to hear that. I don't need to hear that.
You're not the most diplomatic person in the world, I think is what she's saying.
I think those people would have soiled themselves.
Honestly, Piper, you and I are horrible at doing anything other than instilling fear.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what information Arya has for us in the morning. But for now, I think we should take watches.
You first, me first. Rock,
Whatever.
paper, scissors.
On 3?
On 3.
Looks like it's...
You cheated. I'll take first watch.
Okay. Alright, so Piper, you're going to take first watch. Veslar, just going to try to pull your big brimmed hat over your head and go to sleep.
Yep. Just...
Geiger, thank you for the follow. Alrighty. Well, let's see. I wonder what mischief could happen here. Who knows, right? Okay,
Uh-oh.
so
I sense music.
nah,
Just
changing effects.
Mm-hmm.
I want
Wait for it. It's gonna be da.
dun 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 dun. Okay. Yep. Other than the strange, I mean, you can hear the sounds of the forest, little critters running around, and owls hooting from time to time, crickets chirping, but nothing untoward has happened. You sit there
Yet.
quietly in the comfort of your own graveyard, glancing around. The embers of the human corpse are slowly dying down, and the light is diminishing. And you're starting to, get a little bit tired, a little bit sleepy, and you realize it's probably time to wake big-brimmed hat boy up.
Yes.
What?
It's your turn.
Oh, my neck. Okay. Yeah. Don't sleep against the tombstone. Just...
I'm just gonna lean on him.
He's barely on the tombstone, so he'll probably slump backwards and fall.
I'm leaning into her so she doesn't push me over.
Back to back.
Shoulder push, shoulder
Back
push.
to back. We'll do back to back.
There you go.
Oh. Alright, go to sleep.
All right.
Okay, Veslar, you take over the graveyard watch, the graveyard shift, as it were. Again, within an hour, the embers of the fire are nothing more than a very light glow. Continuing, also, you can hear the sounds of the forest not too far away from you. But slowly but surely, the sun begins to rise in the morning, and nothing unpleasant seems to have happened. You are both unaccosted by things of a dubious nature that evening. Okay, it is early morning. What do you wish to do?
Ooh, what?
Nothing happens.
Oh,
Clearly.
no.
Cue
go back.
thriller music.
Cue the music. Let's go back to town.
All right. Oh, my back.
Alrighty, so you wander back to the tavern. Before that happens, Arya, are you wanting to do anything else that evening while your friends piss around in the graveyard? What's your game plan?
Muted.
Oh, whoops.
There you go.
Oh, no, you're good.
Now we
Sorry,
can hear you.
honestly, I probably fell asleep on this bench right here.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's all.
Okie dokie. Well, bright and early, you arrive back at the tavern. You two are pretty tired and worn down to some degree. Get out of here too. I don't want you in the tavern. And you can get out of here. Okay. So, as I said, pretty early the following morning, you guys come strolling back into town at first light.
Open the door. If it's open.
You wander in. The inn is almost empty at this point. This table right here, they've pretty much just put a sheet over it for now. There's a couple of patrons, but not many, and you can see Arya laying on this pew bench, fast asleep. Aww.
Hey, Piper.
Hmm?
Let's sit by her. Maybe our stench will wake her.
Ugh. I'm just gonna roll my eyes and walk over. Ari.
I'll just sit down and just start doing this, you know?
I'm gonna give Vess a dirty look.
Mom?
No, Ari, it's me.
No, Ari, it's me. Your
Father?
mother's dead, remember? I mean...
Oh, hi, Piper. Hi, Vessler.
Are you
How'd it
alright?
go? Yeah.
Uneventful. Did you
Well-
find out anything?
I thought I was the innkeeper.
Man,
but
DNOP, thanks for the follow.
I don't think it's the innkeeper.
Okay.
Okay, the serving girl kind of comes over, strangely enough, approaches you guys. She says, would any of you like anything for breakfast?
Eggs?
Please.
Your best you can make, please.
I think we've got some, we've definitely got eggs. We've got bacon. We've got some homemade sausages that are pretty popular.
Bring them all.
Can I check her hands for cuts?
You can. They seem to be fine.
Okay.
All right, well, I'll be right back. And she goes wandering off to prepare your breakfast morning delights.
So nothing happened, you guys?
Well,
Not exactly. Another person proverbially bit the dust.
did you see the two leave the inn with the corpse last night? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, one of them, they built a pyre to burn the corpse on, and one of them was bitten or scratched by another reanimated
Oh, no.
thing. Yeah, and we had to...
Oh, poor man.
And the other is missing. All right.
Yeah.
Is this a new person?
This person was here in the tavern last night, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Everybody else pretty much went home, and just a few of them have come back this morning for breakfast. That's all.
Okay. Gotcha. Well, I promised to go see the merchant's shop this morning, so I'm gonna head over there.
Maybe we should start there. Vessler, maybe you should wait outside?
There's that phone.
There's that phone again.
All right, I think
Sorry.
The innkeeper's gonna answer that phone.
there's nothing that can be done. Okay, well, she comes over and she brings over a huge big platter. Instead of like giving each of you 3 plates, it's just like a big plate of curly, kind of like non-really segmented sausages. Almost like if you were to unroll this thing, it's probably about 2 foot long. There's several eggs. All have been fried, most of which are broken. But there is also like a big layered platter of sliced bacon. And then she's also kind of puts down a large chunk of fresh farmhouse bread.
I'm gonna stop the serving lady and say, "Can you drop 2 bats, please? One for my friend, one for me."
Oh, absolutely.
And how much will that all be? I'll pay for it.
Let's see. Breakfast for 3. Technically, we should charge you for a room because she slept here, but we won't say anything about that. She was quite peaceful. She never disturbed
Aw.
anybody.
So I don't snore.
No, and I robbed her while she was asleep, so it's okay.
She doesn't have any money. I have it all.
I didn't rob her of her money.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
What?
Sorry. No, she says, let's see. That'll be 2 silver and 3 copper pieces, please.
I'm just gonna hand her 5 silver
Oh, thanks very much.
for last night. I was a little bit uncouth.
It was quite a disturbing
apologize.
evening, that's for sure.
That's
I'm just thankful that he didn't ask me to clean that table.
She's still here.
Can I
Is that all
grab?
you need, or do you need something
That's
else?
all I need. That's all.
Can I grab one of the sausages and stand up and say, "Well, I'm gonna make my way to the merchant's." That's okay.
All right, so you're going over to see the merchant.
Yes.
Not a problemo.
Bath
What about you two?
pipe.
You two are going to get
Bath
clean. All right. So Veslar and
brew some Arcania.
Okay. All right. Well, you could actually do that right here on the fireplace.
Bathtub.
Oh, in the bathtub.
Hot
Yeah,
water,
bathtubs
right?
and lit fires don't mix typically.
Oh, no, it's all right.
But
Well,
hey, if you want to risk burning something, you go right ahead.
I'm going to eat quickly, go to the fireplace, brew the Arcania. Not saying a word to this dude or whatever that is.
As soon as you go up there and start putting weird things in a pot, they move. They're not interested in whatever weird stuff you're up to. Moonlit Rose, thank you for the follow. The Roxor, thank you for the follow. Okay.
So I'm going to eat my breakfast while I brew. And then I assume Piper's going to take a bath first, and then I'll take the bath after her. Yeah.
Yep.
In the same water.
No.
Oh, boy.
That's why we're two, right? So,
Yeah, no. Okay. So you finish your breakfast. You guys are having a nice, relaxing, comfortable bath. Just soothe those aching muscles and that neck after sleeping on the dirty, filthy graveyard floor.
Ew.
Okay, Arya, crossing the street, is gone to visit the merchant. Okay, you cross the street to the store. Let me go to that map for you.
Ooh, there's a map.
Return the map. Let's see. Here we go. Dumford. Okay.
Okay.
So this building right here is the store. This building right here is the blacksmiths.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, you get there bright and early. It is not yet open, but
Oh.
it's barely above sunup.
Okay. Whoops. Well.
You can loiter with intent if you wish. Go play
Is
with
the
cows.
Is the blacksmiths open?
There is smoke coming from the chimney stack, so it's possible.
Okay, I'll go check that out then.
Alrighty. When you get there, the door is not unlocked, but you can hear hammering from inside.
Alright, I'll knock loudly.
Alright, the hammering continues for 5 or 6 seconds, and then you hear, "Boy! Answer the door! I can't stop doing this. If the metal cools, I'll have to start over. Come in!" You hear little footprints. The door opens, and probably about a young lad in his mid-teens opens the door and goes, "Hello.
Hello, boy. Is your father home?
The blacksmith is, but that's not my father."
Oh, excuse me, the blacksmith. May I speak to him, please?
"Yeah, of course. Come in."
Alright.
And he kind of is just looking all kind of like moon-eyed at you.
Okay. I will ignore this.
The small child that is clearly full of testosterone, hormones,
Oh,
and
boy.
your 18 charisma does not have doesn't really hurt the scenario.
Okay.
Okay, you walk inside. It's a typical blacksmith. It's very well laid out, very organized, almost OCD organized. A large, burly blacksmith with a ginger beard and thick mane of ginger hair stands over a forge, hammering hard on a large piece of steel. Your guess is he looks like he's making some kind of axe head.
Okay.
By the width and the flatness of it.
Okay.
He says, as he's hammering away, ting, ting, ting. "Don't normally see people coming around this early.
I'm sorry.
You're an early one, you are.
I'm just an early riser.
What can I do for you?"
I was wondering if I could just browse what you have. I'm in the market for a new weapon, perhaps. Can I look around?
Weapons are over there.
Okay, and I want to...
Swords, maces, hammers, have some halberds, a few exotics that I've thrown together. There's a scimitar or two there. He kind of glances at you. He says, long swords? Over on that wall.
Thank you. I want to look around and see if he sells shovels.
You can see, again, neatly organized. There are shovels, there are hoes, there are rakes, there are pickaxes, all manner of either gardening or farm implements are clearly on sale here.
Okay. So for a little bit, I'm gonna pretend to peruse like the long swords for a little while, and then I'm just gonna walk around towards the tools and look at the shovels and the pickaxes or whatever, and I'm gonna say something like, do people actually come here to buy gardening tools?
Well, sometimes. Zingzong, thanks for the follow. I mean, this is a farming community as well as a fishing town. There's, cornfields and crops and all manner. And of course, we have a graveyard, which people purchase shovels and stuff to, well, not recently, of course, but, I've sold several shovels in my time to the priest and the young lad that used to dig the graves.
Used to.
Yeah, it vanished.
He vanished.
He disappeared about a week and a half before the priest had his throat cut.
Who was this man?
Well, he was actually a bit of a simpleton, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone just called him Stupid John, which I know is not a particularly
That's very
endearing
mean.
name. John Hammersmith was his proper name.
Mm-hmm. John Hammersmith, and
But
he's gone.
As I said, Stupid John was pretty much what everybody knew him as.
Does he
They
have
used to call him that
family?
even to his face.
Does he have family in town?
Well, his mother lived here with him, but she passed away probably about 7 or 8 months ago. And, well, the priest pretty much took him in. He was living with the priest.
Interesting.
Priest gave him room and board and a place to stay, and, well, Stupid John Hammersmith used to dig the graves. Not the
guessing he
brightest
was pretty
tool in the
close.
shed, but he was quite the capable boy. Definitely corn-fed
Yeah.
that one.
Close with his mother? I'm sure she was the only one that didn't make fun of him.
No, she did.
She did too.
Well, but
Poor-
in a more
poor
endearing sort of
stupid
way.
John.
Well, she never called him Stupid John.
Oh,
But,
good.
I mean, there were times when she would say things that you may have mistook for her being mad at him or whatever, but it was her way.
You say his name was John
John
Hammer-
Hammersmith, yes.
Hammersmith. Oh. I'm
His
guessing he's
late
the last
father,
one.
His late father actually used to own this.
Oh. And you took over?
Aye.
What happened to his father?
His father passed away about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
He was pretty old, and
Was he buried over there in the graveyard?
he was, yes.
His mother too?
His mother too.
What were their names?
Bessie
Bessie
and Big John Hammersmith.
and Big John Hammersmith. Well, that's quite the sad story. I'm assuming they're the last ones that purchased shovels around here.
I sold 2 or 3 shovels to the priest several months back.
Yeah. Well, looks like you're doing pretty well for yourself, so.
Well, trade's been lacking since these unpleasant situations seems to have arisen.
Right.
But
Well.
I heard last night from a friend of mine that a couple of strangers come into town, caused quite the stir apparently.
Oh, really?
Something
me.
about drug a dead, floating, rotting corpse into the tavern and hurled it on the table, made everybody vomit and sick and all kinds of ridiculous stuff.
I was in the inn when that happened,
Threatened
I'll
to
tell
murder
you.
the merchant.
It was
said
crazy.
he came in and he grabbed the merchant by the scruff of the neck, threw him to the floor, kicked him a couple of times and said, "I'll do for you if you don't answer my questions."
I wouldn't trust those two with anything.
Well,
I advise you stay away from them.
the likes of that sounds like a bully he does to me. I know how to deal with bullies. I wasn't always a blacksmith.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't think they were bullies. It sounded like they just wanted information.
When you want information, miss, do you throw people to the ground and kick them in the ribs? I doubt that very much, and I
Well,
certainly
no,
don't.
but I also don't smell like a pig and have scars on my face, so I don't need to do that.
Who smells like a pig and has scars on his face?
That guy with the pointy hat. He smells awful.
Oh, he had a pointy hat, did he?
Yeah, I was there.
Interesting. And we have a donation from Fizbin. Thank you. We will thank you properly.
Say,
at
well,
our
don't
break.
go doing anything rash, alright? I'm sure they'll leave town today.
Hey, I'm not interested in any trouble. If he comes in here and starts throwing his weight around asking me questions, he's going to need more than a boot. Just going to tell you that much.
You're telling me. Well, sir, have a nice day. I might come back to buy a weapon from you.
Well, pleasure to meet you. Shut the
Goodbye.
door on the way out if you don't mind. We're not open yet.
Oh, excuse me. I walk out. I'll go back to the inn.
Alrighty. Theuraugury, thank you for the follow. Okay, back to the inn.
I shall relay this information to both Veslar and Piper.
Alright, well,
With a smile on my face, because I finally got something. Guess what?
Yeah.
We're back from our.
when you walk in
baths.
there, the first thing you notice is that their hair is wet, they look clean, they don't stink.
Oh, did you finally take a dip in the ocean? Veslar, a little
Yes.
skinny dip?
Yes, I went skinny dipping.
Again.
Just talk.
Wonderful.
What do you have? What do
I
you
think
have?
skinny dipping is a great way to be one with nature.
Just talk. Now.
Joe Hammersmith used to be the grave digger. He disappeared a couple weeks before the priest died. He actually lived with the priest.
Oh.
His mother died about 7 months ago. His father died about 5 years ago. They're both buried there. Bessie and Big John Hammersmith. We should look for their graves.
Right, as you're talking, the door opens and a fellow walks in. Has a sword propped over his shoulder very proudly. He's wearing a matching kind of scale mail shirt. And kind of high, almost like riding boots. And he is carrying a sack. He hurls the sack to the floor, and as he does so, 2 heads roll out of it.
The fuck?
Yeah, there's basically a couple of heads laying about here.
Do we recognize the heads?
They are not human, that's for sure.
Oh,
They have
what are
large
they?
tusk-like teeth. They're a little bloody, but they look orcish to you.
I'm gonna go sit over here.
He says, "Who is in charge here?" He kind of glances around. "Anybody? You, innkeeper! Who runs this town? I wish to claim the bounty."
Can I sense his motive?
You can try, yep. The innkeeper's looking rather bewildered at this point, like...
Alright, seems legit to me.
Bounty? What bounty do you be talking of? The bounty on these things. I found them in the woods. They were clearly planning to attack and murder your citizens of the town. I dispatched them. I expect a reward. Well... There's the town magistrate. I suppose you should go and talk to him. And where can I find this magistrate of yours? Oh, couple doors down on the left from the inn. Very well. Oh, sorry about this. And he kind of bends up, picks the heads up, kind of looks at them in the eye as he pops them back in his bag. Says, "Come on, you." "Well, if you'll excuse me." And he turns around and wanders out the door.
I'm gonna look at Ari and say, "Do you think you can follow and listen?"
Me? Just listen or talk to him?
Just listen.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak out, try to follow him without being seen.
Then make a sneak.
Move silently, Arya. See what you
She's
do.
gonna move silently, but she's trying to not be seen, so she needs to be sneaking. Sneaking!
Ah, yes.
There you go. Okay. Very stealthily, you move from post to corner of the building and follow the guy. All right. get ye back to Dunford. Okay, he strolls down. 2 doors, as he was told, goes down 2 doors down from the inn on the left. Abruptly comes and knocks on this door right here. Loud as you like. Bang, 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 bang. Waits about 2 seconds. Bang, 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 bang. Then he starts booting the base of the door. Where do you wish to... Where are you trying to position yourself?
He's knocking on the blacksmith's door?
No, this building over here.
Oh, there it is.
Father Licorice, thank you for the follow.
How about right here on the corner, peeking my head around?
Okay, if you're going to try to get that close, then you will need to make a successful move silently as well.
Okay.
Oh, Snappy! Snappy, snappy, pappy!
Come on, frick. Nope.
Okay, well, first of all, you are on grass, which is in your favor, and he is making a hell of a noise. So he doesn't seem to have paid any attention to you. If he has heard you, he's not reacting to it.
Okay.
The door opens, you hear, "What the hell is all this going on?" He says, "Are you the magistrate?" Yes, I am." "Ha! Then you owe me money, sir." "I do? Why?" And you see him hurl the bag at the magistrate.
Gaston
Because of
versus
this.
Gaston.
He looks and goes, "Oh my god! How disgusting! Why would you bring me these creatures' heads?" "Because they were going to attack your town and I've just saved you. Saved all of you, probably. So I fully expect a reward." If you don't want to reward me, I understand. But, it won't bode well. There are more of those things. And instead of telling your guard or your militia where I found them, I shall wander off on my own good merry way and let them murder you all in the night. "Oh, no, we can't have that. Does 10 gold crowns seem fair? Each? I suppose. Yes, well, I guess you are quite a small hamlet and probably don't have a whole lot of money, so I suppose that'll do. Hand it over, magistrate." You see the exchange of coin. He goes, "You can keep the heads, they're no use to me." And he turns around and tosses the coins in his hand and begins to walk back towards the tavern. Walking straight past you, Arya, with a big grin on his face.
Okay, I'll follow him back.
Alrighty. Back at the tavern, do you two wish to do anything while Arya is tailing the hero?
I think if we'd probably just be chatting back and forth, right? Not really.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing consequential.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, after about 15 minutes, in he walks with a very bold swagger. "Innkeeper!" And he goes and sits right here at this table. "Fetch me mead and a hearty meal, for I deserve such reward. I've saved your town, you know."
Oh my god.
Jeez.
I just give Piper a look.
Clearly, this
Really?
man is very full of himself.
I barely could tell.
You sure you don't do a
Alright.
sense motive?
I would love to do a sense motive on this guy.
Okay, yeah, Arya kind of, subtly comes in a minute or so after him.
And then I'm gonna... Okay,
Are you... Okay, yeah, there you are.
there.
Alright, well, the waitress brings over some mead, as requested, and a big pile of food. "Here, woman!" And he throws a gold piece at her. And she's like, in shock. He says, "This will pay for my board tonight. I intend to get completely shit-faced. And that should cover as much drink as I can guzzle. I'll have a room too, please. And that should be enough to cover that as well." Probably. "Well, why are you still standing here? Away from my sight, woman!" She kind of looks at him rather disgruntled and makes her way back to the bar. Leans in and you hear her basically bitching at the barmaid. "What a pompous ass."
Arya is gonna prepare herself mentally for this. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. She's
Spins
touching him
around
on the
and he's like,
shoulder.
Hello!
Did I just-
I no doubt you heard that I saved the town.
Yes, did I just hear that you saved the town? What were the...
Well, apparently, yes, because I
what
did.
did you do?
I
I'm
murdered
so
orcs.
grateful. You
I
what?
I was walking along the road. Why don't you sit down and I'll regale you of my tale?
Yes, please, sir. I have a seat, and I pretend to look super interested.
Well, I was walking towards Dunford, and in the woods to my left I saw a rustling. Fanatic, thanks for the follow. Out of morbid curiosity, I
Morbid.
snuck quietly into the woods to see what it was that was stalking along the roadside. Destrunction, thanks for the follow. He says, as I looked, I saw a small band of orcs, armed to the teeth,
Orcs.
perusing and watching the tavern. Well, there was, I say, a small band of orcs maybe, but there was still more than a dozen of them. I thought about taking them all on, but I thought maybe this might be even too much for me.
Huh.
So I waited. There were a couple of stragglers, you see, so I seized my opportunity. I snuck up behind the first one and hacked his head off with one foul swoop. The other one turned around and rushed towards me. I stealthily stepped to the side, tripping him. As he fell clumsily to the ground, I grabbed my sword and impaled him in the back, and then I cut his head off.
Amazing.
Yes, it was, rather.
Listen, I've never seen an orc before.
Oh, really? Well,
Do you think you can show me the rest of them?
I'll show you my orc if you'll show me yours.
You said there were dozens.
No, I said there was about a dozen. But
Yes,
but
about 1 dozen.
understand, where there are few orcs, there are many.
Can you lead me there? I'd love to get a look at them.
Well,
I want to tell my
young
friends.
lady, as much as I would like to take you off into the woods, I'm afraid it would be a very unwise decision on your part. You see, if I had to engage in combat with such things, I could not guarantee your safety, and it would not pay well to my conscience should
Sense
you
motive.
meet some harm.
It's so bad.
It's really
Okay.
hard. I mean, the guy, he's so animated and so over the damn top. It's like either he is a complete charlatan or he is just that bloody confident. I mean, who
Right.
knows? He did bring a couple of dead orcs' heads in. But,
I'll pay you. I'll pay you to take me to those orcs.
well, I'm afraid money is not enough to endanger you.
That was 5 gold.
5 gold? Please, I just got paid 20 gold, which that wasn't enough for these 2 orc heads.
If you add it up, it's 25. That's the magic number.
I'm gonna take a glance at. I'm assuming
No, 3
Veslar and
is the
Piper
magic
are
number.
watching this happen.
Oh,
So
you
I'm
better
gonna take a
believe it.
glance
Oh
at
yeah, you
them,
know damn
My
well.
head's in my
Piper's
hands, but
probably
I'm
over there feeling like,
like giving them a look of. All right, it's come here.
instead of wondering, here's what we'll do. We'll have a drink or two, and then I'll take you down to the magistrate and let you see the heads of the orcs. And just imagine a big, bulbous, muscly body attached to it. That's pretty much what an orc looks like, and it's much safer.
No, I really insist you take me to the orcs.
Well, I'm not going to.
Well, here's
So you
the
can
thing.
insist as much
You're
as you
going
want.
to. Here's the thing: is you're going to.
Are you doing anything, or are you just telling him?
No, I'm just telling him.
Okay, he says, no, it's not gonna happen.
And I'm right beside him.
Okay, he kind of glances up and looks at you. Says, I notice a resemblance. Sisters?
Is your sword out or anything?
I'll have my dagger out.
Okay. And
He
I
says,
say,
please take a seat. By all
Well-
means.
sir, the thing is, you're gonna show me where these orcs are.
No, I'm not.
He's gonna feel me kind of grab him and get him to stand up and be like, we're
Okay.
on our way?
As you start to do that, he resists a good bit, and he's pretty damn strong. It's like,
Yeah.
he's not the usual person that you can just manhandle. He says,
Okay.
by the size of that sword you have there, woman, You appear to be some kind of warrioress. So, if that is your trade, then mark my words well. Unhand me or use that damn thing.
Gonna look at Veslar.
I just like stomp over here.
Okay,
Over
as
there.
you walk over, he then he does get up, pushes the chair away from him with his foot, and turns and takes one step backwards, standing kind of here. Kind of looks at you. He says, "I want no quarrel with you, strangers, and believe me, you certainly don't want one with me." The Victus Prime, thanks for the follow.
I just
Farn,
look at
thank you for the follow.
I look at Arya and say,
And
"Why are we?
E-Man, thank you for the follow.
Why are we bothering this man?"
Because he claims there are orcs. And if there are orcs, perhaps...
I do more than claim, young lady. I brought 2 of the heads in here. Now,
And-
I told the magistrate that I would be willing to show the militia where the orcs were. I just am not willing to take a young, innocent girl into the woods and risk her life. It's that simple.
Innocent.
Arya,
Well, I may make an assumption.
Piper, what are we
Are
doing
you the
here?
militia? Do you represent the militia?
Do I look like a militia,
Piper?
sir?
No, you don't.
Then there's your answer. Piper, Arya, why are we bothering with this guy?
The orcs
cares?
could be working for the, I don't know.
I just laugh. I am laughing right now at that preposterous notion. And then the fairies are on the orcs. Is that right, Arya?
Or
And
perhaps...
I'm gonna look to the Jebediah fellow and say, it appears perhaps there was a miscommunication.
I'm sure there was.
Uh,
And please understand, I meant no harm or disrespect to your young sister, but would you approve of me taking her into the forest and throwing her into a situation surrounded by vicious orcs with but myself to protect her? Of
Well,
course you wouldn't.
she never goes anywhere without me, but you did not know that, good sir.
Well, of course not. Well, I accept your apology. Why don't you sit and have a drink?
I think perhaps I should have a little chat with my sister.
Very well, you go right ahead. What about you, good sir? That is a splendid hat you have on.
Custom made.
And we have another donation. Thank you so much.
Because I say custom made. Oh, alright. I just,
Made hats.
I sit down rather awkwardly,
Okay.
kind of like at the edge of the seat with it pulled back.
Fanatic, thank you for that donation. We will thank you properly in just a few minutes when we come to our final break. He says, drink? And he slides the bottle across the table to you.
There's not a glass around, right?
No, he's been swigging it. I mean, there's some mugs there, but he's not been using them.
I'm just gonna drink from the bottle.
Okay. He's kind of like, he's looking at you, weighing you up and down. He says, bastard sword, eh? Always found it too cumbersome myself.
Well, it does the job for me.
Well, I'm sure, and that is, well, I don't think I've ever seen a crossbow quite like that. What is this? What is the huge lump of wood hanging below the, well, the center?
Repeater.
Really? Well, I've never seen such a thing. May I?
No.
Oh, well, fair enough then. I understand some people are very attached to their weapon. I personally don't let anybody manhandle mine. Ha ha ha! That was a joke. No, really, it was. Okay then. Well, enjoy your drink.
Veslar didn't get that shit at all. Yeah. Over his head. Alright.
Oh, Mike
Veslar's
Static.
probably not that impressed by this guy anyway, so... Well, I'm gonna finish my breakfast. Feel free to tuck in and help yourself. If you'd like a drink, just go ahead and order what you want. I'll pay for it.
What is your name?
He kind of looks to the left, looks to the right, and then says, some call me the shadow.
Not very stealthy, are you?
Oh, I am when I need to be. I believe in being quiet when necessary and loud the rest of the time. You see, you can avoid a lot of trouble by airing a form of confidence. And people realizing that you are not a person to be messed with generally will not mess with you. There's a tip for you, young lad. Sir.
Listen, I don't care about the orcs at all. I don't care about that chick who you were talking to.
Oh, so you don't live here then?
No, I'm
do you
here.
know, do they have a militia here at all?
I don't know, and I honestly don't care.
Curious, thanks for the follow. UNLA5, thank you for the follow. The Gunnarzilla, thank you for the follow.
There is strange shit happening in this town.
Savage, thank you for the follow.
And I am investigating it.
The follow train is Will Stormwind.
I know,
the
seriously, the follow train.
So, strange shit, you say? Of what do you speak?
The dead are coming back to life.
Oh. Yes, that is indeed strange shit. I just remembered! I left my horse back down the road. Feel free to finish the breakfast. I need to leave. And he very quickly gets up. Go ahead and make a spot check for me, if you will.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Mr. Observant. Okay. You did notice that he went a little pale when you said the dead were coming back to life.
So either he's an utmost coward or he's responsible. All right.
So he very quickly is making his way to the door.
He bravely ran away.
Bravely ran away. When
I'm just
Master
gonna.
reared his ugly
I'm gonna be like. I'm gonna shout out, Piper.
Yeah. I'm out. I'm running. What?
Follow me.
Following. Come on, Ari.
Okay. He is very swiftly heading to the road.
Is he power walking?
Yep, totally power walking.
Yes.
Does he have on one of those cool
He's
long
power
hats?
walking like a grandma with coupons on coupon day. Here she go. Basically, he's
shit.
heading straight towards the town or the road, and he is heading northwards down the road as fast as his little legs will carry him. There is no horse in sight.
We are chasing him.
What? Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so you want to chase him down?
Cue epic chase music.
Yes.
There's
There's definitely something wrong with this guy.
Okay. Once he sees you following him, he's like, oh, you had the same idea as me, did you? I don't blame you at all.
Why don't you stop?
Well, I suppose I can.
Not very confident, are you? Just tucked tail and running like this?
Listen. I don't know if you understand what it is you're dealing with, but, I have had dealings with these things before. The dead coming back to life. My best friend was killed by the dead. One of them almost done for me as well. I was trapped in a tomb, you see. Nigh on 2 weeks. Ran out of food. Had to drink stagnant water that was running down the side of the crypt. I tend to have a lot of confidence, yes, and I don't mind battling foes that I can look in the eye and know that something's going on inside there. You know, something you can frighten, something you can best, something you can have the ability to intimidate. You can't do that with dead things, you see. I don't deal with the dead. I have no business dealing with them, I have no interest dealing with them, and neither should you.
Can I
It's
sense
my
a
job.
motive?
Oh, you want to say motive?
Yeah?
Yeah.
I will just say it's my job.
Okay.
It is what I do.
Arya, you can sense from him there's definitely some fear there. He clearly is terrified or very unsettled when it comes to talking about things that are dead.
Okay.
You know, it's kind of like you can just feel him a little bit more shaky. Your job, is it? Well, then the best of luck to you, I suppose. I would offer to help. If it would have been dealing with the orcs, I would have more than happily done so. But if you're going to deal with these dead things, let me at least just tell you if you're planning to stay here. As I said, there are about a dozen orcs that were eyeballing Dunford from the woods. I killed 2 of them, but there's plenty more in there. So, I wouldn't be surprised if you're not going to have to deal with those 2 very soon.
Well, how about this? Have you ever been to Dunsford before?
Centurion, thanks for the follow.
Or Dunsforth, or whatever the hell this place is
Dunford?
called.
No. This is my first trip here. I was actually just heading straight along the coast to Shoreford Bay.
I look at Piper and I give her I give her like a tit for tat look, like if we help him, would he help us, kind of thing. Like, would you go along with that? Would that make sense?
I'm gonna give him the.
I wonondered what a tit for tat looks like.
I know. It sounds so weird saying that because it's
like
Piper.
it's a specific thing, like a.
Yeah, I know. It's a bad choice of words. That's all I could think of. So I'm gonna say, we haven't been in the forest, and we suspect that maybe someone from this town is missing and might have gone in there.
Well, if they did, if the dead things didn't find them, the orcs probably have.
What if us 3 help you with the orcs if you will come with us to investigate the forest?
Prior to you telling me about dead things, I would have been more than happy to do that. Unfortunately, under the circumstances, I have no interest in that proposition whatsoever.
I'm not saying you have to fight the dead things. I'm just saying it would be nice to have an extra fighter with us.
For the orcs.
Temporarily, of course, for the orcs. It would impede our investigation, you see.
If you are proposing to go root out the orcs and take care of them, I'm all for that, as long as the magistrate is willing to fork over a reward. I'm not doing it for free.
Well, I just look at Piper.
But if that's what you want to do, I'll more than happily split the reward 4 ways.
Well, he gave you 20 gold for 2 heads. If we bring him back all the other heads, I'm sure.
Yes, if we show up with 20 heads, who says that this man has 200 gold?
Well, he'll sell us an estate. You'll have a nice little property somewhere.
Well, then maybe we should have this discussion with him, and if we can reach a comfortable arrangement, I say let's go kill some orcs.
Let's do it.
Orcs, mind. Living ones.
Yes.
Maybe they're dead. Undead.
They will be when we're finished with them.
Oh, maybe. I was going to say under my breath, but unless they're undead orcs. But I don't want to say that to his face. So,
Well,
either way.
all right then, let's go see this magistrate.
I want to whisper to Piper as we're walking down. Do these orcs have anything to do with the undead, or are they just separate, unrelated things?
Not sure yet.
Are we
right?
gonna... This seems silly.
But we need information, and if we get in with the town, there's more likely that we can get information.
Well, what do we do with the information I gave you this morning?
She sold
We'll
it.
use it. Yeah. Ari, that was the best information.
Okay.
Good job. There. You did great.
Pat her on the
Good
shoulder.
job, Maria. You did
Give
great.
it a purr.
Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? I got a
It
lot.
was the best, Ari.
There you go.
I'm gonna give her a little, kind of like a side, little hug.
And on that joyous, happy note, that is the end of our stream this evening.
Yeah.
Hi there, I'm Gorbad, the Dungeon Master on Reroll, and if you'd like to follow my personal challenge, you can do so at twitch.tv/Gorbad, or follow me on Twitter @Gorbad.
Are you the victim of magical malpractice? Is your neighbor a cultist, attempting to summon an evil god? Do you know of a crazy elven sorceress who casts fireball constantly, endangering innocent lives? If you answered yes to any of the questions above, you need me, Veslar Nolith, Witch Hunter Extraordinaire. Contact me at aneb_convos on Twitter, or twitch.tv/Shaggot. Magic is wrong. Do the right thing.
Hi guys, I'm Bane. If you'd like to hang out with me some more, come chill in my own personal stream at twitch.tv/Bane1271 or toss me a follow over on Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at Bane Blackstar. I hope to see you soon.
My name is Jane. I don't stream very much, but you can follow me on the Twitters over there. That's all I really got to say. So I guess this is goodbye. Peace, suckers.